Hey folks, Mike Johnson here. If it's got wheels and an engine, you're in the right place. On this channel, we dive into car repairs, maintenance tips, and everything you need to keep your ride running smooth. If you're into cars and want to keep learning, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
If you're having trouble understanding what code P0042 means and how to solve it, you've come to the right place. Read on to find out more about P0042, its triggers and the common symptoms you should be on the lookout for. What does the P0042 code mean? Fault code P0042 means Heating Control Circuit HO2S, Bank 1, Sensor 3. It is registered when the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, detects a possible problem with the heating circuit of the third sensor, downstream of the engine on Bank 1. When there are only 3 O2 sensors, it's usually because there's only one catalytic converter being monitored, and Bank 1 is the default designation when there's only one sensor in a category. Row 1 is the side of the engine where cylinder No. 1 is located. Code P0042 is set when your car's PCM determines a potential problem with the oxygen sensor heating element circuit. Newer cars use heated oxygen sensors in the exhaust system before and after the catalytic converters to determine oxygen content. The information provided by the oxygen sensors helps the fuel system maintain the correct air-to-fuel ratio. Downstream oxygen sensors also help the PCM determine the efficiency of the catalytic converter. The information provided by the oxygen sensors helps the fuel system maintain the correct air-to-fuel ratio. The oxygen sensor is designed to measure the amount of oxygen present in the exhaust gases leaving the engine. Remember that the O2 sensor does not detect fuel, so a misfiring cylinder may initially appear lean due to oxygen leaving the cylinder with unburned fuel. For the information relayed by the oxygen sensor to be accurate, it must be maintained at a certain temperature. This is where the oxygen sensor's heating element comes in. When the PCM detects a problem with the heating wire inside the sensor, particularly in Bank 1 of Sensor 3, code P0042 is set. Note, the code P0042 may be defined differently by different vehicle manufacturers. Consult the appropriate repair manual or repair database for the exact code definition. What are the possible causes of code P0042? P0042 is a generic code, so it can have several triggers. Here are the most common: a defective oxygen sensor, a problem with the oxygen sensor heater control circuit, faulty PCM to ensure that your engine remains in top condition. Code P0042 must be resolved immediately. What are the common symptoms of P0042? Depending on severity, other associated DTCs may also be recorded. Code P0042 is very similar to error codes P0043 and P0044. Generally, you may notice this symptom if you drive a vehicle with a defined P0042 fault code. How to diagnose code P0042? To ensure that your engine remains in perfect condition, code P0042 must be resolved immediately. However, diagnosing this code can be tricky, as there are many potential causes. Diagnostic and repair steps should depend on your vehicle's specifications. For example, AP0042 on a Silverado may require a different diagnosis from AP0042 on a Forester. How to repair the P0042 code? Like other OBDI codes, there is no fixed solution for AP0042 code. Although the P0042 engine code shares similar triggers and symptoms with various other trouble codes, it does not have a universal solution. Repair and diagnostic steps always depend on your vehicle's specifications, so consult a vehicle-specific repair manual before proceeding. If you're not familiar with automotive repair, it may be best to leave the work to a mechanic. Otherwise, you can do the repairs yourself. There are online auto repair sources you can use as a guide to help you identify the repair steps that apply to your vehicle. It may also be a good idea to subscribe to ALLDATA for detailed factory repair information. It can help you correct fault code P0042 and serve as a reference for future fault codes you may encounter. In conclusion, a fault code P0042 indicates a circuit failure in the heating control of Lambda Sensor 3, Line 1. This issue can lead to poor engine performance and increased emissions if not addressed promptly. It's essential to diagnose the problem accurately, whether it involves checking the wiring, connectors, or the sensor itself. Regular maintenance and timely repairs can help ensure your vehicle runs efficiently and meets environmental standards. Thank you for watching, and we hope this information helps you tackle any issues related to this fault code effectively.